안녕하세요. Today I will present a paper entitled "The Optimization of Multi-Period Empty Container Repositioning and Renting in China Railway Express based on Container Sharing Strategy." This paper has been published in the European Transport Research Review, which is indexed as SCIA Q1 journal in 2021. With the steady growth of the trade between China and Europe, the number of trains in China Railway Express has been steadily increased. However, this train service tackles like a problem in the empty container transportation and leasing costs. It is due to the several factors, mostly because of the unbalanced shipping demand between the Europe and then China. Also, the transport between these two continents is also the seasonal product, so it brings the seasonal fluctuation in freight volume also. The China Railway Express itself is the international container train running between the China and the Europe, and as well as the country along the road of the Belt and Road Initiation, and it is due to the limited market. The government have the subsidies to increase the market in that increase the market that can be shipped to the railway itself. And also they have regulation that the train can be depart if they brought like 41 containers of the size is 40 feet. And in order to maintain the reputation and the operation of the company, they sometimes ship they sometimes insist on sending train on, although it's not full container. So although it is like a half container, they still send on the train. So it produces the empty container transportation, and the problem of empty container transportation itself is serious in this road. So by that problem, because of the empty container cost is very high, and also the cost for renting is very high, so it is restricted for the development of the China Railway Express. So in order to deal with that problem, the China Railway Express initiate the container sharing platform. So in the motivation of that initiation, this paper analyzed the flow process of the China Railway Express container flow, and also establish the model of empty container transfer and leasing based on the container sharing. In the daily transportation of the China Railway Express itself, each train needs to carry 40 containers of 40 feet size. And then when the company cannot have that volume, they usually they cannot operate the train, and the container itself will be transferred to nearby station to be transported to the destination location. Or also they can also lease the container of two companies. The first one is China Railway Container, or CRCT, and also China COSCO Shipping Group, or COSCO company. So in order to build the model, they have several assumptions regarding the demand, also the operational of the operational of the train as follows. So the model itself consists of the objective function, also the constraint. The objective function has three parts. The first part is regarding the empty container transportation and also transaction cost. Uh, the transaction cost is like calculated as 3% of the transportation cost in here. And also the second one is the rental cost. Rental cost is they have two options to rent the empty container. The first one is to the CRCT company, which is indexed by the IG big IGIK, this one, and then the Y index in here is for the when they rent the empty container to the Costco company. So the cost of rental cost is renting the empty container plus the transportation cost to return the empty container, and also the cost for when they fail to return the empty container. It's like the penalty cost for late returning the empty container itself. And also for the storage cost, calculated for the each period, and the objective function is the cumulative of the transportation, rental, and also the storage cost itself. And for the constraint, the first constraint is to calculate the number of empty container in each station every period, or we can say that container quantity conservation constraint. This is consists of the initial inventory, or the inventory hold in the previous period, plus the empty container that come to that station at that period, plus the full container or the shipping demand to that station that have destination is that station itself, plus the empty container that rent or lease for the Costco or the CRCT, and minus the empty container that out from that station, sending out from that station itself. And also there is a constraint that calculate the return restriction of the container. This is calculate the how many container that have to be returned back, or also the number of container that is overdue. This calculated for the Costco company, also for the CRCT company. The third constraint is an empty container call-out limit. This is indicating that the empty container that sent out from a station cannot more than the number of empty container in that station in the beginning of the period itself. And the fourth constraint is about the rent adjustment condition, which is the empty container that the first constraint in here is the empty container that transported between the station only can be done transfer between the each station only can be done in the same continent or in the same region. I mean, there is China and the Europe, and it can be switched between China to Europe. It cannot, but it is only in the area. It can be transferred in the area between the China or Europe itself. So that's why if the IJ is in China, and if the I is China and J is Europe, or vice versa, it cannot, or the value will be 0. And the second one is for to match the company with the station. the shipping company with the station. And then the third one is also like that, but it is for the rental. And the last constraint is for the negative integer constraint. So the value of this cannot be negative. So because of this is the multi-period planning, the problem itself is complex. So in order to solve this, they use the Lyapunov optimization method. This Lyapunov optimization method is an algorithm that usually used to transform the global optimization problem into the single optimization problem. And after this, after the simplify using the Lyapunov, they will use the genetic algorithm to solve the single time the optimization problem. So the Lyapunov itself is a mathematical framework usually in the area like for network control, resource allocation, and power management. It consists of three parts. The first one is the Lyapunov function and also drift and also Lyapunov penalty drift. The Lyapunov function is a non-negative function that tracks the system energy or drift over time, and it helps to measure how far the system is from the desirable state. In this case, in this problem, it is used to measure the empty container backlog, or the backlog of the China Railway Express to fulfill the empty container demand, or we can calculate using the this function. And the second one is the drift. Drift itself is the expected change in the Lyapunov function over time. A system will be considered stable if the Lyapunov function does not increase indefinitely. So the delta is the system can be considered stable if the delta t is very small. And then this one for this problem, we can see that it can reflect the case of the empty container backlog, which is the difference between the quantity, the p t plus 1 and then the previous one as follows. And the third one is the Lyapunov penalty drift. It is a balance the drift, or the minimizing the drift, or minimizing or the stabilizing the system, while also optimizing the performance. The performance in the problem is the optimization decision objective function itself. So this calculated as delta t. This is the drift plus the v. V in here is the, we can say this is the tunable parameter that control the trade-off between the system stability, also the performance, system performance. V times the objective function. So when the value of t is small, so it is indicates that they value they make the system stabilize, they value the system stabilizer more than the system performance itself, and it goes on the contrary also. So the Lyapunov drift itself is like this, and then we have a constraint. We have the constraint of the quantity of the container conservation, the BIK, and we substitute this constraint into this one, and we have this following equation of the delta T itself. And we can, from here we can see that the P is the half value of the P, and the P itself is a maximum value of the transportation demand, and also the BAK max is the maximum the storage value. So the delta T, or the drift, is cannot more than this value. And for the Lyapunov function, we have delta t plus phi times the objective function. So we put this equation to substitute this equation to this function, so we can obtain that the Lyapunov function is less than the p plus the optimal value of the Lyapunov function. Since the b value is a constant, so in order to optimize the function, we only optimize the Lyapunov function itself, the optimal value of the Lyapunov function, which is the Lyapunov function in here consists of this function plus the phi times the objective function. So here. So this function will be used to optimize in the next step, which is the genetic algorithm step. So for the genetic algorithm step, the first step is to input all the parameters data, also the parameters for the genetic algorithm, including the all the parameters that can use that used to set the genetic algorithm. For the second one, we enter the genetic algorithm calculation. They use the Python to code the genetic algorithm, and we first solve for the single period optimization model with t equal to 1, and then after that, according to the coding, the initial population will be generated, and also we follow the selection, crossover, and mutation process of the genetic algorithm, and after that we obtain the rank adjustment scheme with 40 equal to 1 after some number of iteration that we set for the genetic algorithm itself. And after the planning for T1 is generated, then we continue for the next step for the T plus 1, and then repeat again step 2 and then step 3 until the T is equal to the until we calculate all the periods itself. And the optimal rank adjustment scheme is equal to the final rank adjustment scheme itself. And for the numerical experiment, they use the data for the China Railway Express, the real data for the China Railway Express itself. However, due to the large number of cities that have station along the belt and train here, so they select only the train that have regular schedule to be included in the numerical experiment. So for the China, they have several cities as follows, and in Europe they have several cities as follows. And they also compare the results for sharing and also the container sharing. In here, we can see that the implementation of the container sharing can reduce the total cost of the empty container transportation, also the leasing itself, and it can reduce the transportation cost, also the storage cost, also the average empty container stock per week. But however, in the rental cost here, it is increased. It so that the implementation of container sharing can increase the rental itself, the container rental itself. So by that increase, the company can negotiate with the container sharing company, container leasing company, to reduce the leasing price itself. They also conduct the sensitivity analysis due to the change of the empty container transportation rates. We can see in here if empty container, the lower empty container rate, we move in here, the lower empty container rate will increase the total cost reduction time reduction rate for the empty container sharing. And when the empty container transportation rate is increasing, the difference between the sharing and non-sharing is less. Or in some cases, the sharing itself is higher than the not sharing. And for the storage cost itself, the storage cost is not is not affected by the change in empty container transportation rate. And lastly, for the transportation cost, if the transportation rate is increasing, they will increase the transportation cost for both of sharing and non-sharing scenario. So through the example of 13 train company, it concluded that the total cost of empty container acquisition under the strategy of container sharing is lower than the total cost of empty container acquisition under the non-sharing condition. And also, it can also reduce the container stock between each period. And also at present, without the implementation of container sharing in China or Europe, one freight train company at a certain station has demand for empty container, it have to be fulfilled by their own empty container itself, and they cannot they cannot rent the empty container from the COSCO or CSCT. And by using the empty container sharing, they can transfer the empty container from other freight train company. Also, they can use the empty container from the COSCO or CSCT. That this will make the utilization will increase. And they also make several suggestions for the China Railway Express. The first one is to coordinate the empty container transport rate with the empty container carrier. And the second one is to establish a good cooperation mechanism with the container leasing company. It is due to the leasing volume of by implementing the sharing is increasing, so they have a better position to negotiate. So they suggest this two approach to the China Railway Express. And also the third one is they suggest to reasonably increase the quantity of containers that provided by the freight train, and also encourage the shipper to prepare their own container instead of using the empty container of the train company. So for the strength of this paper, the issue of empty container transportation and listing efficiency is important for the operation of the belt and road itself. And the second one is the availability of the real industry data for experiment, allow the generation of meaningful empirical analysis. And also the use of the Lyapunov method is effectively reduce the complexity of the multi-period planning. However, this paper have lack justification of the assumption. They just mention the 10 assumption without justify further why they use the assumption. And also the appendix is not provided, so it's kind of difficult for me to follow the proof of the equation. And then for the certain part, for example, like a solving step of or the algorithm itself is not explained in detail, making it hard to understand. Yeah, for example, they provide the feature, but there is no explanation in detail about the feature itself. Thank you.